Okay, we got a large single spool valve in here for repair, just leaking. It's a foreign job. It's really large size. It's probably a couple $1,000s. Usually they just leak, so we'll bust it down. Now, first thing you want to do is just for safety, let's take a picture of it. Okay, just good practice to do that. You know, we have these phones now. We'll just take a picture just so we can check the configuration. It's just a good practice to get into. I've had problems in the past with a couple of my guys, and they take things apart and don't mark them. So we started doing that, and then less problems. You send it out to the customer and something's wrong, then you're going to have a problem. And this is not that hard to figure out, but it's just a good practice to do it. Okay, so let's take this apart. Okay, it's basically 4 bolts. It's a sectional. Okay, it's not a mono valve. What I do is I like to put all the parts, keep everything together so you don't lose parts. That happens. You don't pay attention. What happens, you get a bunch of stuff in the shop and you tear these apart and you don't have the seal kit, which I don't know if I have the seal kit for this or not, but let's get it apart first. I can't see what brand this is. It's an off brand, looks like Italian or something. Never seen this kind before. Seen a lot of foreign stuff now. We just don't make this stuff here anymore in the United States. So you keep all your lock washers, keep that all together. Okay, I already see it. Okay, I already see that this has got some special metal stuff in there, metal keepers. You don't want to lose those. What you can see, okay, there's nothing on this one. Let's take a look here. Don't want to lose those. Basically, these are just O-rings in here, and they set inside of these seals. Okay, so definitely don't want to lose those. Let's get all those out. It's a thing, you lose that, you're going to have a big problem. Because basically these are just O-rings in these bodies. And I can feel them, they're flat and they're hard. I can feel it. They're kind of brittle. So that could be because of some heat. Okay, here's another metal one. Don't lose these metal ones. Because what that does, that keeps the O-ring inside there. Okay, those are just O-rings. They're kind of hard and brittle. Let's look at this side. I took all those off. Same thing. These O-rings are hard. Almost could break them. It tells me that this unit's getting hot, so that's probably why it leaks. Okay, got this, but you can see. I'll come over there and show you what this looks like. They're all the same size, so this is going to be O-rings. I probably have these, but I want to show you what this looks like. So you can see this is an O-ring, and then that's in between. That keeps O-ring from going like this and escaping. So definitely don't lose those. So that's no big deal. Now let's pull the spool out. Let's take the spool out, take a look at it. That more than likely have O-rings in that. So we have that O-rings in stock. And we'll just do the disassembly and then I'll get set up and I'll come back and we'll put it together and then we'll test it. I've showed valves before, but this one's a larger size valve, so. But I think the reason it came in here is because this thing's overheating. It's on some mobile equipment. Now you can see these tags on here. Okay, the mechanic puts these on there. You want to leave these on because that's his reference for whatever reason. I don't know. Not really, but he's got red usually means it leaks or it needs to be repaired or something. And so we're gonna, again, you don't want to lose your, and this is a metric Allen, so I'm telling you it's metric. So I think it's an Italian. It's an Italian valve. Okay, so. Okay, now there's a circlip on here. You have to get this out. Okay, it's a tiny snap ring. Let me see if I have a small snap ring tool for that. Okay. Better get the glasses on for this one. Yeah, it's easier to get it like this. Okay, don't lose that. Somewhere I have a little magnetic tray. Put these parts in here so we don't lose them right now. All these metal keepers. Okay, so we got that out. Punch the pin out. Okay, so pull that off. That's where your handle goes. Set that aside. Okay. Get the back cap off. Now, say for instance you had this, was it your own equipment on a property or whatever, or you're some kind of a contractor and you got mechanics. Okay, you know, you could do this yourself. Why is that? Okay, so on here there's some paint and that thing's hanging up. You don't want to run that through, so I'm going to clean that off a little bit. You don't want to run because this spool is basically metal on metal. Two different kinds of metal. You got this hard chrome spool. You don't want to jam that through and go in there on the ways when you're trying to get this spool out. Now we're going to take the spool out. You don't necessarily have to. There's paint on this thing. You don't want that hanging up and running across your lands, they call them inside. It's precision machine. Okay, now this thing should slide out. There you go. Okay, so all that's in this thing is O-ring. So if you were doing this yourself, let me show you. You got one O-ring in the back and one O-ring in the front. Okay, you got this O-ring right here. Okay, that's it. So you're going to leave this. I'm not going to even take the back apart. It's going to pull this O-ring up. To get it off, you're going to change it. So this thing's all O-rings, very simple. And I can tell this O-ring, it's kind of hardened. It's, you know, that's probably why it's leaking. You can see the spool, that's it. You don't want to damage that, that's where the paint was. So set that over there. You have two O-rings. One in the front here. Right here, you just pop this out, boom. That's it. So it's a series of O-rings. That's your kit. Now, you know, you could run down to your supply store, whatever, if you have one in your area, and get those O-rings. I'm just going to look down in here, but I can tell it looks good. Don't see any damage in there. We'll flush all this out now. And like I said, it just came in for leaks. This particular company, what they did is they just bought a brand new valve, and it was very expensive. And then they'll keep this one on the shelf. They'll just switch it out. So that's it for the disassembly on this. Stand by and I'll get it set up and we'll put it back together.